But I don't think that what you're going to go into trading, if you've just recently started, and if you're honest, you think back to why you first got into trading. This is what I'm going to do. This is why I'm doing it. This is my whole structure behind what makes me a future successful trader. I'm going to live like this way, and my ideals are going to be around this principle or these pillars. And the ones that have finally arrived at profitability, if they look back, they probably think to themselves, yeah, this isn't what I thought it was. And my perspective on what was motivational in the beginning, I don't hold those same views now because you're there. I was trading with the pursuit of being worth wanting to be with because I would have more money. Because I came from a impoverished upbringing, broken household, no father figure in my life consistently, a murderous father, literally a murderous father, who should have never been recently let out of jail. Mother didn't want me. So I had the perfect comeback story foundation, don't I? I had it. And I lived it. I was sorrowful, broken spirited. I was always daydreaming of future success of this and that. I lived vicariously through movie characters. And a lot of the things in my presentations, I tap into my boyhood, that child inside me that no one should ever let grow up. And my perspectives are rooted in things that were going to make me better than what I was. You want to hang out with the boys. You want to impress them, or ladies. You want the men to appreciate you because you can earn it on your own. I'm going to tell you something, ladies. And a lot of my female students have learned this the hard way. Successful women are intimidating to men because most men are lazy. Most men won't put in the effort that you are doing right now. And the ones that are making lots of money, you make men insecure. And I actually counsel my female students to never tell the men that they're dating what they earn. Sure, you can act like one of the old ladies on Facebook, part of the investment club. Yeah, we're part of an investment club. You tell it to a guy like that, they're like, oh yeah, good luck with that. I don't want to hear about it. It's not intimidating. It sounds like a bunch of old ladies sitting around cutting coupons and trading them off. I won't use this. What do you have? That's not intimidating to men. But tell them that you're making $100,000 a month and they're going to shrivel up. And they're not going to want to be around you because they're going to feel insignificant. And it's sad, man. Men are like that. We're wired that way. Honestly, if I was transported back to being 20 years old and I was dating someone that was making crazy amounts of money like that, I would be highly insecure as a man. So ladies, in my opinion, this is one thing that you don't have to be honest about. And I don't think this is a problem. If you never bring it up, you're not lying. Your finances are not everybody's business, even the person you sleep with. Now, your spouse, that changes it. But all of these factors, as we count through these crows, they're all influential. Well, if I don't get everything I want out of life, this is what I hope I at least get. Like second place. If I get this, then at least I can say it was worth it. That's plan B. There's no plan B. If you go in thinking to yourself, well, this is the consolation prize, this is the participation award for me at least trying, you have already limited your perspective, and your efforts are right now defined by this is all you're willing to accept. So are you really aiming for above and beyond that? No. because you've already fortified an acceptance of, well, this will be good enough. Sure, I didn't make enough to quit my job. Sure. I didn't make enough to make all my ends meet, but this is enough for the rest of my career. You're limiting yourself. That's what I was doing by hoping I could win back my ex-wife. Instead of saying, imagine how much more pleasurable life would be if you let go of that pain and move on and leave her to her decision. She's damaged goods now. You can't fix her. You tried everything. You can't fix her. And I don't want to spend a life trying to mend somebody else and never really live my own life. Some of you just heard that, and that in itself preaches. You're trying to hold somebody together, and you're not even living your own life. You're trying to hold a broken relationship together, and it's not meant to stay together. You're being shown the exit ramp, but you're saying, no, I'm a failure if I leave it. They'll be writing all the things they said about me if I leave this toxic relationship. Both sides, folks. Young men, young women, maybe even older folks. That's what you're aiming for. First place. Silver second. Nobody wants second. You always have the same view when you're second place. You get to see the backside of the guy in front. When I started trading, I didn't want to see the backside of anybody else. I immediately set my sights on who's the biggest one right now. That was Mr. Williams. And I signed it in my heart that I'm going to be the one that takes that away. And you will see it. I wanted to have a home, freedom, money, disposable money, silly money. And I wanted to never worry about price tags. I wanted to go wherever I wanted to go at the drop of a hat, just like that. That was my goal. And I didn't want just one home. And I didn't want just one car. Because I grew up impoverished. You can tell, honestly, you can tell when people get money, how do they behave? What do they start buying? They fill in those gaps and those holes in their heart where they were hurt, where they were embarrassed. For me, I didn't have a car when all my friends growing up, they all had cars. I was the last guy. I was basically the scrub that TLC talks about in their song. I don't want no scrub. Hanging out the passenger side of their best friend's ride, trying to holler at me. That was me. And some of you think I'm the fly guy. Man, ICP must have been this. I was the last one in my murder of crows to get a car. That's who you're listening to. The guy that can tell you every single candlestick where it's going to go next and where to find the next million. But back then, you would have never recognized me. You never would have recognized me. But underneath the skin, I had a bird nesting. And it was ready to spread its wings.